And this is the last one. This is a overview of the entire course at this point. What actually caused World War II? There is no true answer to this question. The only thing that matters with this question is what you personally think and how you argue it, or how well you argue it. The best way to do that is to know all the causes of World War II in depth, be able to evaluate and sum them up, and then be able to say why each one is better or worse than each other. Compare them together is how you get an answer. The 16-mark question on the exam will always be something has caused World War II. How far do you agree? Here are the options that we think are the most clear options that caused World War II. I'm going to go through a very simple evaluation of each, but it's your opinion that matters here. If you know what these 6 things do and how they affect the cause of World War II, then you should be okay here. But you really want to know tons of detail, tons of facts to back up your argument. Otherwise, you won't sound clear. So let's start. Let's do the easiest one first. Hitler. Why is Hitler responsible for World War II? Well, I think a little bit and go like, right, so Hitler is obviously the one that physically starts the war with the invasion of Poland. You could say that all of his actions, the breaking of the Treaty of Versailles, looking for Lebensraum and looking for Volksdeutsch, all were war-causing kind of ideas. He was the one who built up his army kind of things. Those things, if I can connect them to World War II, and should we say the rearming one particularly, could say that's why the World War II was so damaging, because he had such a big army. I'm trying to think of reasons why this might cause World War II. The Treaty of Versailles could easily have caused World War II, couldn't it? Because without the Treaty of Versailles punished Germany so badly that they suffered so much in the Great Depression, so that they elected Hitler in the first place. Hitler's actions were inspired by breaking the Treaty of Versailles, wasn't it? So without the Treaty of Versailles, Hitler wouldn't have angered anybody by trying to break it. So without the Treaty of Versailles, Hitler couldn't have happened in the first place. So that's got to be a reason for the World War II beginning. Oh, appeasement could have caused World War II because appeasement allowed Hitler to get those things. And if appeasement didn't occur, Hitler would have maybe stopped at the Rhineland and gone no further, and World War II would not have been as bad as it was, or it might have not even occurred in the first place if they'd stopped him. The League of Nations being a failure definitely has an impact on the World War II, because with the League of Nations had basically fallen apart at the end of Abyssinia, hadn't it? If the League of Nations had proven itself to be a good organisation that could do the job it wanted, it probably could have dealt with Hitler in a much more clarified way, but it couldn't. It couldn't deal with Hitler at all. So that's why, without it, no countries could cooperate to go against Hitler. That's got to be a reason. Nazi-Soviet Pact is the most recent one, but the Nazi-Soviet Pact allows Hitler the strength to invade Poland. So without that, Hitler's going to, not be strong enough to take Poland, or he might have to fight the USSR, which is probably a bad thing. You see the point. The Great Depression made people so poor that they voted Hitler in the first place. It made other countries so poor they couldn't make armies quick enough to fight Hitler. If you know your stuff, it all makes sense. But an exam question is going to put one of these in the question and just say, right, the Great Depression caused World War II. Do you agree? And you have to go, right, yes, I agree the Great Depression had an impact. Here's how it impacted it. But I don't think it had as big of an impact as the Treaty of Versailles, because the Treaty of Versailles did this, and it's therefore more important than the Great Depression because of this. I've skipped all the facts, but you can see that you're agreeing with me without even hearing facts. You need to be able to get good at argument to be good on these questions, and it's a very valuable skill getting this. You're able to analyze and explain things to other people very clearly, but also to have an opinion and a judgment that is strong, that people are going to agree with you. And in jobs, in future, in life, you're going to want to be able to prove to people and make them agree with you. Anyways, I'm going to move you on, but that is a real hard consider. I really recommend looking at the textbook page. It has tons of information on each one. It has individual reasons. So if you can answer those questions, all 6 of them, how do they each cause World War II? Look on the textbook, find it out, revise it, get it in your heads. Good luck.